Okay, I wasn't going to share this, but this is the worst feedback I ever got from a manager. Inarticulate and boring. Oh my days, when I heard that, it absolutely wounded me. And sometimes I think managers forget when they're delivering feedback how it should be delivered, and really not to try and make it personal, because it wounded me, and I held on to that for years, and it really did hold me back moving forward in my career, because I was constantly checking emails. I was reluctant to speak up in meetings because I was thinking, what are they thinking about me? So I wouldn't participate the way that I should. I had a feeling of shame. I felt bad about myself. It really knocked my confidence. So first of all, the thing I want to share with you, the reason I'm sharing it is because working with my clients, we understand what limiting beliefs we have. And these things come up. So I know I'm not the only person that this has happened to. You could have had a bad experience with your manager, and the relationship wasn't great, and the way that they gave you feedback and the way that they worked with you had a real impact on your confidence. So it can be, hold you back, and it's important to recognise the things that are holding you back before you can move forward in your career. Now, as far as feedback goes, inarticulate and boring, I think if it had been delivered that you need to think about your communication, you need to think about your grammar, and is there anything I can do to help? And just give me evidence to say, look, if you tweaked it this way, wow, your work would stand out, and people would understand the key messages. Oh my goodness, I would have loved that. If a manager had come in and said to me, Luke, I've seen this situation, and have you thought about trying this approach, and I've seen this great course that you could go on. That's going to help me move forward. But we've all had it, and it does wound us and it does hurt. So try to look for, even if they've delivered it in a bad way, try to look for a way that there's some elements of truth in there. So that it doesn't wound you, you take that forward and say, right, okay, how can I make this better? Because I don't want this to be the focus of my work. And you put it into your personal development plan. So that's another key point I wanted to get over to you. And then finally, with my clients, once we've unlocked what that limiting belief or beliefs are, and perhaps a horrible situation you've been in previously, we then get you to take control of your personal development, and really you're the one who knows how you're performing. And it's brilliant and it's important to get feedback, but it has to be feedback that will help you move forward. Now, if somebody does give you feedback, ask them to expand on it. Just ask them to give you examples, or ask them how they think you can move forward. So, just have that in your back pocket, so to speak, so that we don't just take it and don't expand on it because we're that shocked. And if you are shocked, well, go back a couple of days later and say, can you expand? So let's summarise. Let's think about, it does wound us, but is there elements of truth? How can you take that forward? And then ask them how they can take that forward. Try not to let it hold you back. It held me back for years, and I get it. So what are the limiting beliefs that you've got? Then take control of your personal development plan, and you judge if you're working to that plan or not. And you'll get the successes that myself and my clients have got, because anytime now I get feedback, I understand, right, is there an element of truth in there? Do I want to take this forward? Is this a priority for me? Yes, no, and then we move it forward. So I hope it helps, and I will see you next time.